That's
But
he's
he's being
a
a-
Division
he's
I
being-
talent for baseball, but loves basketball.
But he's
It's kind of like why I went with soccer, not basketball. I'm just kidding.
so. Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Falcons Corner, the show where predictions never come true. Voice of the Falcons, Mike Rickert, the co-host, the good guy to know, Danny Berg.
I was wondering how we were going to lead in with that.
I just
but
thought of it
just
at the top of my
rip the
head.
Band-Aid right
we will
off.
never predict anything ever again, because those of you, and I don't want to say those of you, for all of you who've watched the show last week, we predicted wins against Raritan Valley. We predicted great night of wrestling. So we lost, our men's game lost against Raritan.
Correct.
The women's game was postponed because of health and safety concerns, as was wrestling was postponed because of health and safety concerns.
So
0 for 3.
if you want to not have to cover events, let us just predict what the outcome's going to be.
How about this? Tonight's winning Powerball number will be 12, 53, 4,
I like 37.
37, 8, and then the Powerball number is going to be 9.
Ooh,
And the multiplier 2.
that was funny. I was thinking 9.
Were you really?
That's really bizarre.
Well, 9's definitely coming in.
Well,
So those that are watching this Wednesday, play the Powerball. There you go.
Yeah,
We
I
guarantee
think
you-
so.
We guarantee you not to win.
So as Tom said last week, I think he said basically don't be predicting the past present. Is that what you said?
Don't predict the future
The
past.
future past.
Future past, yes. Well, we're done with that.
Avoid the future past.
Right. Yeah. And
I
he
don't
called it right then and there,
Yeah.
but still let it go anyway.
We let it go, yeah. So
Yeah. So we just kind of.
we had a little hiccup.
Yeah,
It wasn't our fault. No, it wasn't our fault. Nothing is our fault. Now, we
No.
all know that. But a little hiccup. But the men lost to Raritan.
Great game.
Very good game, back and forth. Two really good, teams. I think they'll battle out for the Region 19 championship.
Yeah, I mean,
probably be the top
I
two
was
teams.
watching a basketball game and a track meet broke out.
Yeah.
That was one of the ones I haven't seen in a long time.
Yep.
And it was good play.
Right.
It was pretty fast paced. Yeah.
Yep. So and then Will Johnson's had a great week. He played really well. I think that was his coming out party a little bit against Raritan, and then he backed that up performance against Raritan and a winning effort against Ulster County Community College this past Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, I think he just needed to get used to playing here and with
Yep.
the guys, and it's early on in the season.
Right.
But what did he have, like 40 some
Tom?
points in 2 games? Or?
41 combined points in 2 games.
Yeah, and he wasn't turning it over. Not that he does anyway, but like he was limiting turnovers and then putting up that many points.
Yeah.
Like he had a great 2 games.
Yeah,
you know?
he's got some speed. He's got a little bit of a motor, and he is not a selfish point guard. So despite putting up the 40 plus,
right.
He is still sharing the ball and getting other guys involved and stuff too. But very dynamic player. So I think that's key to our season. If Will could keep playing like that and putting up points, that just opens up so many other things for Daryl and JD and Amir and all the guys.
I still stand by JD. I've been here a long time and I've seen a lot of guys come through this gym. He's probably like a top 5 player that I've seen here, and I think that I don't know where his recruiting process
Right.
was in recognition and coming in here, but he's I'm telling you, been here a long time. Joe Papp could probably back us up on that.
Right.
'Cause we'll talk about Joe in a little bit too for my faux pas, but. Jalen Davis, I mean, he's good and he can step out and hit the mid-range jumper.
Yeah, and I
too.
think that's a little bit he's working on, because when I announced them early on in the season, I announced him as a forward, and he wanted to remind me that he is a 6'7" guard, and I said, well, 6'7" guards need to be able to shoot from like 30
Right.
plus feet out. So I know he's working on expanding his range a little bit. But I guess if you asked him maybe if there was one weakness, I don't even want to say weakness, but one area of improvement, it could probably just say his long range shooting, but his mid-range game and his
great.
athletic ability and being able to
Yeah.
get rebound the basketball and put them back. I did request for him to pull down an offensive rebound and come up 2 hands underneath the other side of the rim, reverse on somebody. So we'll be looking for that soon.
So that'll be that's a bucket list thing for us.
Yeah, for him.
Or it's like a
yes.
scavenger hunt thing. Like you got to find the ball to go
Right,
up.
and I said if you gave me one of those, then maybe we'll get a day off in the weight room.
Okay, sounds
So
good.
that's a key.
Means the weight room's paying off, but
Yep.
he's always in there getting those shots up,
Yep.
which is great.
But they are done here at the Union
They
until after the break, but they are on the road on Saturday.
They are on Saturday for a Region 19 Division II
At
matchup
Morris,
with County
yes.
College of Morris. Going to visit our friend Jack Sullivan and Roger Stevens.
Good.
Good. Hopefully,
Yes.
coming back with the W.
Yes.
We're
We
not
only can
predicting.
hope. We can't say that they're going to, but
Right.
we're going to hope that they come. Now, let's keep it on the basketball track. Our women's game, like we just mentioned, was postponed against Raritan.
Correct.
They were able to play this past Thursday against Northampton, so we had, Coach Terry Bomar make a occurrence, and, his girls played really, really well, and they were competitive there, in the first half, but I think our size and our speed and our depth, just overwhelmed them a little bit in the second half. And
Yeah, they didn't match up well with us.
Yeah.
Length was the name of the game.
Yes.
And anytime you can have someone alter about 30 shots.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're speaking of Mahogany, our athlete of the week, Mahogany
Getting
Collins.
13 blocks.
A lot of blocks, and as Joe said, that that is a school record.
It is the
Even
school
though there was
record.
some discussion about it, but no one really questions Joe at the end. What he says goes.
Yeah,
He's the
and I
boss
got that
of
email. It was law. I've been here.
Yes. And he's never seen it before.
Maybe.
But-
And I don't know if he's ever missed a game, though.
Well, probably not. And even like 13 blocks is a lot, but you said she affected much more shots than that. So there's no
Gosh, yeah.
getting anything inside the lane.
No, she's
night.
good. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to see them play much, but the length that she had, like I said, altering the shots, but then all those blocks, and then that just carried over, and
Right.
momentum, and they were able to build off it. And I think that was one of the better games that our women played.
Yeah.
I mean, Northampton was ranked, in the top 15 for Division III basketball,
Right.
and they played well. Our girls, they just came to play. So I think the early season losses, they really are tired of that,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
a switch.
Exactly.
And we're hoping that carries through against
Right.
the Lions of Raritan on
Thursday, right, because they'll be back on the floor this Thursday. So the game that was postponed last Tuesday that we predicted a W in is now Thursday, and we are not predicting any
We are
wins or
going
losses
to
in
hope
that
they
game.
win. We are going to hope it's played,
Yes.
because if they win, then that's 2 in a row.
Yes.
And then Saturday they would go to CCBC Catonsville.
Yep.
And if they win there going into the Christmas break,
3 in a row.
it's a winning streak. People, it has happened before.
Yep. But going back to Mahogany, I think if Joya can get her playing and really being a force on defense, that's going to be huge for them coming down, the second half of the season. And then Tom, when you're talking, I know you were about to say it, but when you're talking to Mahogany later?
Well, I'm not going to talk to her this week just because finals week and
Right, okay.
schedules are a little more jumbled. Actually, it would be 4 in a row because they beat Del Tech in their last game on Saturday. Then they beat Northampton on Thursday.
That's why
so
Tom is back there.
they're already on a run.
Yes, that's why
Joe
Tom is back.
Paparelli's already rubbing off on Tom Ferguson.
Exactly.
I just keep screwing it up.
That's fine. Listen, the big guy, the boss, is in the back there. If he hears you messing up, though, you're
Live
gonna be in
studio
trouble.
audience back there.
Yes.
It's quite a what is that? A triple threat back
I
there?
think so.
Brian Costanzo, Jeff Krzyzak, Eric Larson.
Yep. But
Not even paying attention.
Tom, when you are talking to Mahogany, you could just let her know how disappointed I am in her, though, because you can't do what she did and not get double-figure points and miss out on a triple-double.
You
if
folks,
if
2
could
points
just,
shy.
Whenever we get her, or if Mahogany's watching now, it's one more basket or 2 free throws. Just get the 10.
But seriously, when have you ever heard of someone getting a double-double and not scoring 10 points?
Yeah.
And getting it
Which
on
makes
blocks?
it so hard for me to take.
She had 11 blocks before she had double-digit rebounds.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. So she didn't get the points. Do we hold Coach Whittington accountable for that?
Someone's got to be held accountable for
It's not
this.
us.
No.
No.
We're just pointing it out.
Right.
So
She had her chances. She was 4 of 6 from the field, so she missed a couple shots that could have helped her there.
Mahogany's got to be better.
As long as it wasn't a layup, that's okay. If she missed the layup,
I don't know what it is, but it's one basket. So Mahogany, Coach Whittington, just get her that one basket.
Yeah.
Please tell even Coach Bomar, hey, Coach Bomar, she needs one basket. We're going to burn her
Yeah,
in here.
let her.
We're just going to get. You see that all the time when someone's just going to basket hang, throwing out a long
Just give
outlet
it to
pass,
them,
lay
right.
at 10, hit the horn, bring everyone.
it'll be
class
worth
for a
doing it because
triple-double.
it'll shut us up.
Yes, exactly, and stuff too. So since we're not having a guest, Tom, do we need a break?
We should take a break anyway.
All right.
Because
Danny gets upset if he doesn't hear his favorite song.
Because we'll probably talk about our soccer players, but we have a little package that we put together from our women's
good.
soccer players and their
Okay.
their
Awesome.
signing thing.
Yeah.
So
All right.
That's why we have production meetings.
It is.
Yes. All right.
Works for me.
Stay
Inspirational music on its way.
back in the Falcons corner in a second. Take flight.
Imagine the innovator you could be tomorrow with an innovative education today from Lackawanna College. Our Level Up program puts high school students on an early college pathway for an easier college transition and faster degree attainment at a dramatically lower cost. That's why Fast Company named us one of the world's most innovative companies. With an education from Lackawanna College, imagine where you'll be tomorrow. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
It's definitely a stress reliever. I'm so grateful for everything, and I just remember everything happens for a reason, and I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm super proud of her. This is her 3rd year here, so like she had definitely a lot of prospects looking at her, and just finally deciding a little late, but she got that decision on.
I think as a player, I improved mentally and physically, and that's all I'm proud of. Everyone seems like they want to win and be a better player, and I know I'm going to play there, and I'm excited.
That's super exciting for her. She's put all of everything she has into soccer to move on to that further higher level. Hopefully, I'll hear some great news this spring and fall for her. Hopefully watch a game or two.
I would like to say it was the environment. As soon as I stepped on campus, like I knew. I said this in my last interview, like once you get onto campus, like you'll know. And
it's super exciting. Again, Sophia had a lot of different coaches looking at her from different schools, so it was exciting to see her finally choose the one that would be the best fit for her.
Honestly, being pushed in the right direction and really making the right choices during the season and being told like, hey, like you're definitely better than like what you're putting yourself as, and really put yourself out there and get yourself into like a D2, D1 aspect here and see what you can do with it. I think, and I completely agree with it. So
they've been with each other this is their 3rd year right now, and they weren't planning on going to the same school. They had different looks at different schools, but it's awesome to see them going to that same school.
Honestly, I'm actually very happy they came out. I get like a little nervous, but like it's all good now. But
We are back on the Falcons Corner, voice of the Falcons, Mike Rickert, the good guy that know the co-host, Dan Berg.
The only one in
sweater.
Sweater.
Yeah, the only one dressed up, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
This is what I wear for Christmas.
I'm not overdressed though. Got my dungarees on
I
today.
see that and stuff too. So, but we're back. This is the last show of the calendar year. I know it's very disappointing for you and for Tom. However, I need a break.
I bet you do.
you
I've
know-
taken breaks all along.
I was taking the polar bear to school today. I was like, I just need a break, man. I just need a break. I need a break from taking you to school. I need a break from everything. I just need a break.
So will you take him to school over break?
I reminded him how excited I am being off next week to wake up when I don't have to take him to school at 7:15 in the morning. I am fired up for it.
I bet you are.
You know what I'm even more excited about? The fact that I have to take him to a his well doctor visit on Thursday of next week at 8 a.m. I'm even more excited about that. But it's the polar bear.
So it's okay.
It's okay. It's the polar bear.
It was good. I saw the polar bear last week at the basketball games here.
He was
good
here.
to see him. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, he's
last
doing
time I
good.
saw him, he wasn't nearly as tall. He has grown.
He's grown a little bit. We're trying.
It's awesome. I haven't seen him, so it was good to see him.
He's a freshman. He's playing JV, and he still looks like he is the smallest kid out there. But
that's
it's
all right.
about the size of your heart.
That's
man,
it.
Right? It's about the size of your heart. He's a feisty little guy.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, I know we're off track and we're going to talk, but he knows what would happen if he goes out there and he's not feisty or given a hard time, giving it all. He knows the wrath that will come his way from me.
Well, he won't have a ride, but he'll also have nowhere to sleep.
Yes, so I think it's better off like him just do what I yell about his brother not doing, and he'll just do it.
He'll figure it out.
So he doesn't have to worry about listening to me. But the polar bear's the polar.
Love it.
He's the king.
Love it.
But our women's soccer, we had 2 players who signed their LOIs this week, right? They're
did.
Chestnut Hill.
They did. Rachel Apsley and Sophia Andrioli. So it's exciting times for those, two players. They went through 3 different coaches in the time that they've been here. So I know that they definitely earned and are excited about the opportunity that's in front of them there.
Yep.
And kudos to Coach Tweedy for reaching out. I know she was reaching out diligently, trying to find homes for any of the graduating soccer players who wanted to move on and continue to play right now. I think there's a couple others that have some things in the works. I was talking to Ashley Bruno yesterday and stuff, so we're not sure, but we know for sure those 2. Chestnut
Hill, yeah, and I know I spoke with both those ladies after their visits. They loved it. They said it was great, so they
awesome.
felt like that was going to be a great hope for the next couple of years. So best of luck to those girls. We'll miss having them around here because they've been here for so long. It feels
tough.
It's tough. Gonna say goodbye to them, but best of luck in their future.
And they're gonna have an impact, I feel, on each of those programs.
Yeah, I think
being
so.
around the game as long as I have been. Sophia is a true goalkeeper, and she managed to get a lot of time in the field over her time here because it's what she was needed to do, especially last spring. And then Rachel's worked her butt off.
Yeah.
She really, truly has. So I'm excited to see what happens for them.
Yep. And just speaking of Rachel working her butt off, even though she doesn't have to, she's been with soccer workouts. Even though she's a graduating player, she's been still getting her workouts in with
That's
the team.
awesome.
So kudos to her. So great work ethic to both those, and as Sophia was too. So great work ethic for both those girls. We do have a little bit of baseball news that Tom just spat out to us. Is that a word? Spat?
Yeah,
he's gonna
spat,
is that
okay?
Spat is a word. That's correct.
George Castro and Quinn Hannafin, right, were ranked where, Tom, in junior college?
They were both. George Castro was the number 37 national outfield JUCO prospect. There we go. Couldn't come up with it.
Okay.
Number 3 overall in D2 JUCO, which was nice to see for him. And then we also had Quinn Hannafin, who clocked in at number 69 in terms of the infielders, the top 350 from PBR JUCO.
Good.
So a couple good baseball players, obviously getting recognition in the preseason, and it's weird to think about it for me anyway that we're at the end of the fall season. We're kind of in the middle of basketball season and all that right now, but we still have 2 more seasons to gear up for in the spring.
Yep.
Yeah, they start off when, Coach McCary? January 26th. You got it.
And it'll be 85 and sunny here in Scranton, Pennsylvania for the first day of practice.
We can't even say it'll be that inside with the heat on.
And then we did talk esports last week, and just to give an update that they did lose their semifinal matchup in Overwatch.
In Overwatch, yeah. Overwatch, they lost also in Valorant, but they did lose to the national champions.
Okay, good.
The teams that eventually won the national championship.
All right, so that means I would put them 3rd in the country.
That's what I would put them
That's
at
what
as
I would
well.
put them at, too.
So.
Yeah.
Awesome.
If you lose to the eventual national champion, you're finished 3rd. Does that make sense?
I think so. I mean, you got there, especially they had great seasons.
Yeah, they absolutely did. They went undefeated in the regular season, both of them,
right.
in the NJCAA.
Right, so there's no reason for them not to end up there. So kudos to all the coaches. Yep. Delaney, Bobby D, Eskra.
All of them.
I think those were the ones the games we just discussed, right?
And anyone else that we might have missed.
Yeah, we can't. There's just so much going on. We can't always remember.
Yeah. But since that, let's put a wrap on the show. It's Christmas.
Well done.
Wrap it.
Well done.
But I know we want to wish everyone out in Falcon Nation a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. Have a safe holiday.
Yeah,
And,
celebrate with your friends and family the best way you can and make it better than it was last year, because it seems like gatherings are happening more and more often. We get to have our town hall this Friday at the school with maybe a little hello and how are you to people that we might not have seen the entire semester. But yeah, the best wishes to a happy holiday and happy new year. Right? We'll see you in 2022.
That's a wrap for 21.
Whoa.
Yeah. All business in 22.
Yeah.
All right. Have a safe, great holiday, everyone. Enjoy the holiday.
You too.
All right.
All right.
We'll see you next year on the Falcons Corner. Take flight.